I wasn't
Hey,
drinking.
fellow Mouseketeers, England team. Oh, man, I was hoping y'all'd still bicker. Anyway, hey, fellow Mouseketeers, England team, the homegrown tourist here. And we've got another episode of Jeff Goldblum. I'm trying to catch up to these. The last video we did about Jeff Goldblum just did not take off. But I am determined that we're going to review every episode of these Disney Plus TV shows. Why? Because I like it. That's basically it, too. I mean, you guys, I'm with Professor Pixel.
Hello, howdy. How are you?
And Venkman, Dr. Venkman, the real Dr. Venkman, by the way.
Yes, kids, I'm real.
All righty. And now Venkman joined me for the last two reviews, Goldblum and episode 1 and The Imagineering. And one of the perspectives I like that he has is that he is not a Disney fan. Not to say, of course, he hates the movies or anything, but you just don't have the connection. Like Professor Pixel is a part guy just like me, and Dalton is more of a history guy, and so forth and so on. So we each have a role, and I believe Dr. Venkman is absolutely serving the role as an outsider.
I'm like a connoisseur or consumer. I like certain movies of everything.
Is he our grumpy England team?
He may just be. He may be the grumpy for our.
Okay.
Hello to Christy.
There's your grumpy.
I think she's a little hungover still from drinking with you.
I do not have any idea what you're talking about, nor do I have
any.
Oh,
wrong channel.
Just kidding. No, we did have a bit of
drunk on Disney.
It is Mickey's birthday, and we had a Mickey's birthday party last night. So, anywho, yeah, let's spin it that way. But today we are talking about The World According to Jeff Goldblum, episode 2, Ice Cream. And like I said on the first one, I had no idea what we were going to be talking about. What is this show going to be about? And it's just him going, oh, well, it's amazing because this, and he comes off with some of the most bizarre things to say about the most mundane. Like he says, sometimes when you look at the ordinary, you'll find the extraordinary. And it's amazing the way he jumps into everything as if it's brand new to him. And I think that is really cool. Now, you had a quote from the show that you liked, Professor. You quoted it right before we came on. You want to repeat that?
What is it about ice cream that brings out this childlike wonder in all of us? It's something like that.
It is, and it's amazing the way he says it. I listened to it. I went, well, then there are the times when you're like crying by yourself watching a sad movie.
I don't think Jeff Goldblum's ever done that. Something tells me he's never had to.
It's probably the additives they put in there that make you addicted to it.
I guess so. Oh, by the way, we were talking about Neapolitan also because that's what the flavor is here on the screen. And Venkman said he leaves the chocolate for everybody.
Yep, I'm a nice person like
you leave
that.
The chocolate? What's wrong with you?
What
sharing is caring. I leave the chocolate for people.
Why do we get Neapolitan? Because I'm like that, but like I'll dig out the strawberry first.
Same here. I go for
the chocolate.
Does anybody like slide along so you get all three flavors, or is it just we're greedy for that one flavor and you eat it from favorite to least favorite?
I used to eat the chocolate back in the day, and then the company that I was buying it from, the brand, they changed the flavor of the chocolates, and the chocolate got this kind of weird taste. So I'm like, well, I go for strawberry first, then I go for vanilla. And it was always funny because me and my dad would always race who would get the freaking strawberry first because he's a big strawberry fan. He'd be always complaining, like, where's the strawberry? Why is there only left the vanilla chocolate?
There's a Simpsons joke where he goes to the freezer, pulls out a thing in Neapolitan, and he opens it, and the chocolate's missing. He puts it back, pulls another one, the chocolate's missing, puts it back, and goes, "Hey, we need more vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate ice cream." Christy, we're doing fine today. This is actually a really good show, by the way. And let's go through some of this, especially you two who have a memory because you weren't celebrating Mickey's birthday as much as I was yesterday.
one of my favorite moments of the show is towards the middle. It's when he visits the flavor graveyard, Ben and Jerry's flavor graveyard.
Right here is the part of the show.
I can't believe that's a real place.
I know, right? I got. Did you make this up? Is this a thing here, or did you? This is it. Yeah. See, honey, I'm home. And he goes on, and
that sounds good.
It was a honey of a flavor, but all too brief. A love affair. Honey ran away from home to new digs. You know where. 2002 to 2002. So all these flavors that didn't make it. I can't show the movie, guys, and obviously for copyright reasons, but I could show clips and such, so long as I keep them short.
But the full graveyard.
But that is it. Okay. Let me see. But it's so freaking cool. The fact that, yeah, you're right. This exists. See? Oh, here we go. Au pair, a mixture of mirth. All nannies did weep when you left this earth. It's so funny that the Ben and Jerry's has a graveyard for their flavors. How morbid to wrap something like that around. Oh, and by the way, Christy, if you would like to jump in and be a part of the conversation, feel free to. Anybody who's listening in, if you've watched the Goldblum TV show, I don't care if we've never met you before, jump in, say your piece about it. It's always good to make new friends and such. And I do have an open door policy as far as the live streams are concerned. And if you need to, we'll kick Dr. Venkman out. So
I know he said he has an open door policy. It goes both ways.
That's right. No, anyway,
you're welcome till you're not.
That's right.
How about you, Venkman? What did you enjoy? What part did you enjoy? What brought out that childlike wonder?
Wonder is like when they start eating the crickets.
You know what? That's mine too. I was I was in Thailand, and a friend of mine says, "Oh, you eat?" And I'm like,
"Worms." There you go.
They asked me. They held up some bugs, and I was like, and they said, "Oh, you eat?" And I said, "No." And they just started popping in the crickets in their mouth like it's like they were freaking potato chips. Pop, 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 pop. So I'm like, okay. And I took a bite, and it was like almonds. It was really crunchy. And the thing is, you can flavor it up as much as you want. And they even say in this guy, he creates weird ice cream flavors. He even said that the almond flavor of the cricket goes well with this, and it goes well, and it was really interesting, the fact that they were creating all these weird flavors of ice cream. Right there, he's holding a mealworm.
Yeah, no, that man's disgusting for bastardizing ice cream like that. It's horrible. Pigs, what was it?
Pig's blood?
Yeah.
At one point he did. Yeah, you're right.
Then bone marrow. Who uses bone marrow in ice cream?
I believe the one he's at now is called the Sweet and Salty in Vermont. Is that the name of this? I can't remember what it is called. I know it was in Vermont, and I think that's what it's called. He's at the Sweet and Salty ice cream shop.
But it does lead into one of my another moment that I enjoy when they're going through the forest.
Okay, there we go. That's the pig's blood that this guy uses in his ice cream. So yeah, that it's like, wait a second, what?
That's for his Halloween treat he was gonna do.
Yeah, it's hey, you know what? People eat weird things, and I guess it's but it's really cool just to see this kind of thing. And the look on his face, Goldblum gets this weird smile, and he's like, pig's blood. like he goes, okay, I know I'm supposed to act one way, but you are really making me not want to act that way.
It was just funny because it's like pig's blood. I'm like, not once did they mention no animals were harmed in the process of making this video.
Yeah. And good to see you too, to Helium, who just stepped in. we're talking about. I want to make sure that this guy, maybe
if make him a moderator.
Yeah, maybe because sometimes Tillium's things it says hide or show. Now, granted, if you put in a curse word or something like that, it's gonna happen. But good to see you should never be blocked or something like that. So there you go.
And there's your bird.
Yeah, the bird is the
word.
The bird is the word. The bird is awake. He's one of the tiki birds. As a matter of fact, if you think if you take a look at him. But because he's green and red and really cute. Yeah. He wants to get out. Gail is coming home. She'll probably be home in about a half an hour or so, but he wants to get out now already. I could tell.
There's the window.
What? I see. Yeah. But yeah, we're doing pretty good after our celebration of Mickey's birthday last night. So anyway, they go to the forest and they decide, okay, we're going to make a Jeff Goldblum flavor. And that I thought was amazing because it's just like, okay, we picked this flower, now taste it. I'm like, I hope you just don't do that randomly. Because, you can get yourself in trouble if you're just picking random flowers. But no, he picks these flowers right here off, and it's really cool. It's really cool. So they end up, they make their ice cream and everything with the flowers in it, and in his little lab. Goldblum ice cream. Yeah,
and then they take it and they take it to troops because, what did he say? He said the love affair of troops began in World War II, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe they were stationed near an ice cream factory, something like that, right? I can't remember exactly. I haven't seen it in like 4 days.
Okay, yeah, I'm about the same way on that one. But I thought it was really cool. This is a good episode, man. If you guys haven't been, I don't want to spoil all the surprises and all the cool stuff and everything, but definitely if you haven't checked it out yet, I think it's definitely worth a look. It really is. This has just been a fun series. It really has been. And once again, if you're watching and you just met up with us or anything, you're not, like I said, if you ever want to talk about one of these shows, just say, hey, send me the link. I'll put it in the chat and you can jump on. Overall, Venkman, what did you think? Are you still in on the Goldblum?
I'll watch another one.
Mm-hmm.
I said he's quirky and that kind of works for him. Normally this would be on how was it made, and those are all great. But I mean, it's a different process. Instead of seeing a narrator, you're actually, instead of this being the narrator, you're actually seeing someone, kind of like the Dirty Jobs. I like that when the people go visit stuff. To me, that's intriguing. I'm curious. So, like you said, we mentioned in the first episode review, we do this. What is he going to do next?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, give us a little summary review there, Professor. What do you think?
I think that this is better than I expected. Honestly, I didn't know what I expected, but it's turned out more enjoyable than I expected it to be. There's a moment at the end here, right before this part, where he's on the beach, where he's with the troops, and every time they take a spoonful of his flavor, they talk about their memories and stuff, and it's really cool hearing him talk with them. He's almost like a therapist.
Almost, yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of weird because, like I said, dude, shush. So yeah, it really is. It's almost.
He really wants some ice cream.
It's almost like it's weird because I think the one thing that this show is trying to do, the one thing that Jeff Goldblum's trying to do, is to remind you how amazing certain things are. We didn't always have sneakers. We didn't always have ice cream. And at this point, we're taking it for granted. And he looks at it and he goes, you can get a sense of nostalgia from when you eat an ice. I don't think I remember the last time I got a sense of nostalgia eating ice cream. But I get what he's saying. There are certain flavors, there are certain smells, certain sounds that could just take you back in life, and we're getting that. I said this before. I'm going to say it again. It would amaze me to find out this is scripted.
I love the fact that you bring up the nostalgia, and he mentioned that because he's the army. You say if you have nostalgia, they consider that to be be a bad thing. You're depressed. Now, if I found out that during World War II, when they were giving the Navy soldiers, they're giving them ice cream and soldiers, it perked them up. It made them happy, and it brought back memories. Those memories of, like, say, like when you first had ice cream, it brought back joy to otherwise would be a gloomy day. The scientifics, that says erases your dopamines.
Be right back.
Which you have in this custard and everything. I mean,
I was just about to talk about that part too. I really enjoyed that. The way he goes into everything, it feels like you're learning new things, but at the same time, it doesn't feel that way because of how he gives it to you.
And like I said, they're on the Navy ship, the battleship, whatever. I did not know that they had been giving the soldiers ice cream since World War II. They had a whole separate ship that followed them. That was just the ice cream ship.
That's really cool.
I know. An ice cream ship following the World War II soldiers in the Pacific.
That is really neat, and that's
we're being bombed, but I need ice cream.
That is one of the things you'll learn when you're watching the show and everything, and I just think it's one of the strengths. It is. I let them fly around now, so not only do you get the whistling, you're gonna get the sound of wings and everything.
I just hear that.
I looked it up, and it looks like the next episode is tattoos, according to Jeff Goldblum.
Tattoos. Okay, that's gonna be weird because I literally have zero interest in tattoos.
Well, if Jeff gets a tattoo, I'm watching it.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Is he going to get a tattoo? Is he going to give a tattoo?
He got his own pair of sneakers. He got his own ice cream flavor. Is he going to get his own version of a Jeff Goldblum tattoo?
He's going to get it temporary.
Probably.
I don't think he's going to want to get the whole pain. But then again, he'd surprise us. It's Jeff Goldblum. He's not ordinary.
So long as his Jeff Goldblum tattoo looks as good as the one I've got of Jeff Goldblum on my back.
If he gets if he gets the Jurassic Park logo, I'm gonna die.
Finds a way.
So yeah, once again, the World According to Jeff Goldblum is still a show we're into. There hasn't been a bad one yet, so that's all I got to say about it. Anything else before we call it?
I don't think so. I think we've analyzed all the magic that is Mr. Goldblum.
Right. Then there you go for at least the ice cream episode.
I'll just say this: what's your guys' favorite ice cream before we leave?
My favorite ice cream, you know what? They had Ben and Jerry's there. My favorite Ben and Jerry's ice cream is the Cherry Garcia, but overall, I like peppermint stick. Give me that. I love Christmas time because they bring out the peppermint stick ice cream.
I can see that. I like mint, but not chocolate chip. I like mint by itself.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place over here. It's called Leon's. It's been here since like the 60s. It's still the old drive-in diner. You get your ice cream, your custard, and your burger. Oh, is it great?
I agree with Englandine. I love Christmas time because peppermint comes out. But I personally enjoy chocolate chip cookie dough any day of the week, man. Any day.
And this is the little culprit that's been making all of the noise.
Hold them closer to the mic, why don't you?
Yeah, I know, right? No, okay. Sometimes he goes on to the hat. Not today. He's afraid of it because when I put it on, because he'll be on my shoulder, I'll put on the hat, and he thinks he's going to get hit with it. So sometimes it's just weird. All righty, gang, we're at the 20-minute mark, and so we're going to have to call it. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Imagineering episode 2, and then we'll be all caught up with those. And we'll see what else. And if you guys want us to review any of the other TV shows, just say, hey, check this one out. The only one I'm going to put a kibosh on. I mean, if you guys want to, I'll host it. But High School Musical, the musical.
The series. No, not a chance on Earth.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'd rather watch 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
The live action with Kirk Douglas, that movie's awesome.
I said I'd rather watch that.
Okay, cool. All righty, gang. Once again, thank you very much for joining us, and as always, thank you very, very much for watching, and see you real soon.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.